Your cat is looking at you right now, and there's something in that look, something you've probably felt but never been able to explain. Like it knows something, like it's reading you, like there's more going on behind those eyes than you'll ever fully understand. You're right, there is. Here's something that will change the way you see every moment your cat has ever looked at you. In human vision terms, your cat sees at roughly 20 over 150. That is the legal threshold for blindness in most countries. Your cat can't make out your expression. It can't read your face from across the room. When it sits and stares at you with that intense, unblinking look, it's seeing a soft blur where you are, a shape, a presence. And it chooses you anyway. Not because it can see you clearly, but because of something much deeper than sight. And by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly what your cat is actually seeing, and what it means for what your cat feels about you. There's one thing your cat does when it looks at you that almost every owner misreads completely, and when you understand what it actually means, you'll never see your cat the same way again. We'll get there, but first, let's talk about the world your cat actually lives in, because it's nothing like yours. You and your cat share the same home, the same couch, the same quiet evenings. But the world your cat is experiencing is almost nothing like yours. While your cat can't see your face clearly, its low-light vision is extraordinary. Behind its retina is a structure called the tapetum lucidum, the reflective layer that makes cat eyes glow in photos. It amplifies available light by up to 40%, giving your cat something close to night vision. Put it this way, the amount of light coming through a window on a moonlit night, the kind where you can barely make out shapes, is enough for your cat to see you as clearly as you see it at noon. While you're stumbling through your hallway at 2 in the morning, your cat is moving through it in near full clarity. As for color, that red sweater you love? To your cat, it's a dull grayish blur. Reds and pinks essentially disappear in a cat's world, but blues and yellows glow. And then there's the layer of your home your cat can see that you never will. Think of it like this. You're watching the same world through a window with a filter on it. Your cat's window has no filter. An entire channel of visual information that has been blacked out for you. Your entire life is just open to them. Cats have UV transparent lenses. Wavelengths of light that the human lens blocks completely are reaching your cat's retinas. Certain fabrics, certain surfaces, the optical brighteners in your laundry detergent, these may appear to your cat like they're faintly lit from within. Your freshly washed shirt might look, to your cat, like it's glowing. You walk into a room and you don't even know you're lit up, but your cat sees it, every time. And the TV you watch together in the evenings? It probably looks broken to your cat. Human eyes fuse flickering images at around 45 to 60 Hz, which is why a screen looks smooth to us. But your cat's flicker fusion rate is 70 to 80 Hz. It can perceive the individual frames. Imagine watching a film that was shot at half speed and played back fast, where you can just catch the individual images stuttering through. That slight wrongness, that flicker of something not quite smooth. That is your cat's television. Your cat isn't always watching TV with you. Sometimes it's watching something in the TV, something only it can see. But here's what I really want you to understand. All of this, the different colors, the UV light, the world your cat sees that you don't, none of it stops your cat from choosing to spend its life looking at you. And the reason why is coming up next. Think about how many times your cat has looked up when you walked in, how it knows your footsteps before you reach the door, how it finds you in a dark room without hesitation. Here's what's remarkable about that. It's almost certainly not your face it's recognizing. In one study, cats were shown photos of their owner alongside photos of a stranger and asked to choose the familiar one. They chose correctly about half the time, barely better than a coin flip. But here's what that actually means. Your cat doesn't need your face. It has something better. Cats have a sense of smell roughly 14 times stronger than ours. To get close to what your cat experiences when it smells you, imagine being able to walk into a house and know not just that someone cooked dinner, but exactly what they cooked, how long ago, who was in the room, and what mood they were in while they made it. That is closer to what your cat is doing when it lifts its head as you walk through the door. Researchers believe cats rely on scent as much or more than sight to identify the people they know. Your cat has built an entire portrait of you, from the way you smell, the rhythm of your walk, the sound of your breathing, the specific weight of your footsteps on the floor. Your cat knows you in ways you've never thought about. It has memorized you. Not your face, you, the whole of you, the version of you that exists even in the dark. Here's something that sounds almost too good to be true, but it comes from 30 years of research and it changes everything about how you understand your cat's behavior. According to Dr. John Bradshaw, a British animal behaviorist who spent over 30 years studying cats, your cat doesn't think of you as its owner. It doesn't think of you as a separate, superior species at all. It treats you the same way it treats other cats it loves. You are, to your cat, a very large and slightly clumsy cat that it happens to adore. Bradshaw put it this way: they do think we're clumsy. Not many cats trip over people, but we trip over cats. When your cat rubs against your leg, it's not a simple greeting. It's the same ritual it would perform with a cat it considers family, sharing scent, marking you as part of its group, saying without words, "This one is mine, and I am theirs." And the meow? Adult cats almost never meow at other adult cats. That sound, the one your cat uses specifically with you, appears to be something cats developed for human communication, because it works on us, because we respond. Researchers at the University of Sussex found that cats embed a higher frequency cry inside their feeding time purr, a solicitation purr, that sits in the same frequency range as a human infant's cry. Your cat learned, over generations of living with humans, that this sound is almost impossible for us to ignore. Your cat didn't just accept you, it learned how to talk to you. It built a language just for the two of you, and it uses it every single day. There's a look your cat gives you that you've probably seen 1,000 times and never known what to do with. It's settled somewhere nearby. It looks at you, and then, slowly, its eyes close halfway. Hold, and open again. Soft, deliberate, unhurried. You might have assumed that was your cat being sleepy, or indifferent, or just doing whatever cats do. In a 2020 study from the University of Sussex, researchers found that when owners slow blinked at their cats, the cats were significantly more likely to slow blink back, compared to when owners simply sat with a neutral expression. In a second experiment, a complete stranger slow blinked at cats they had never met. Those cats were more likely to approach that stranger afterward. It works with your own cat. It works with cats you've never met. Researchers noted that the slow blink shares features with what scientists call the Duchenne smile, the genuine human smile where the eyes narrow. It may be one of the oldest cross-species signals of trust in existence. That look your cat has been giving you, for months, maybe years, is a declaration. It means, I feel safe enough with you to close my eyes. I trust you with my most vulnerable moment. I am not afraid when you are near. Here's what I want you to do the next time your cat looks at you from across the room. Don't call its name. Don't move. Just narrow your eyes slowly. Let them close for a beat. Open them softly. Look away. You just told your cat, in its own language, that you feel the same way. Have you ever had a terrible day, the kind you haven't told anyone about, and your cat just appeared, settled next to you, stayed close, like it knew? It did. When you're stressed, your body chemistry shifts. Your cortisol rises. Your breathing changes. Your movement patterns slow or tighten in ways you don't even notice yourself. Research shows cats alter their behavior based on the emotional cues of a familiar human, picking up on signals most people in your life would completely miss. And it goes even deeper than that. There's a woman named Molly. She has severe epilepsy, sometimes up to 9 seizures a week. In 2023, she got a Persian cat named Maggie. Within weeks, Molly noticed something. Before her seizures, sometimes hours before, Maggie's behavior would change. She'd become attentive. She'd follow Molly from room to room. She'd refuse to leave her side. Researchers believe cats may be detecting volatile organic compounds, chemical changes so subtle they don't register on most scientific instruments until they're measured directly. Your body begins releasing them hours before a neurological event. before you feel anything, before any test would catch anything. Your cat catches them the way you'd catch the smell of rain before a storm. Your cat, when it presses close on a hard evening or follows you quietly from room to room, isn't just being affectionate, it's watching over you. It has assigned itself to you, and it takes that seriously. There's one more thing about the way your cat looks at you that most people never consider. For most animals, a sustained direct gaze is a threat display. It signals aggression. It means, I am watching you and I am ready. In the animal world, holding eye contact is not neutral. It costs something. And yet, your cat looks at you, holds your gaze, chooses not to look away. Every time your cat looks at you and doesn't look away, it is making a choice. It is saying, with you, I don't need to be guarded. With you, I can be seen. That stare you've spent years trying to decode, it was never a mystery. It was always a gift. I want to leave you with something that puts your cat's eyes in a perspective most people never consider. In the 1950s and 60s, two neurophysiologists named David Hubel and Torsten Wiesel made a discovery that changed everything we understand about how brains process what they see. Their experimental subjects were cats. Working with cats in the lab, they found that individual neurons in the visual cortex are specifically tuned to detect edges and lines, that the brain builds a visual image from the ground up, layer by layer. They won the Nobel Prize. Every piece of technology that recognizes a human face, your phone, airport security cameras, the technology in your video calls, is built on a foundation of what we learned from studying a cat's eyes. And in 2024, researchers published findings showing that a camera system modeled on the cat's eye structure still outperforms our best technology in low light and complex backgrounds. We are still trying to catch up. The most studied eyes in the history of vision science, the eyes that gave us face recognition, that won the Nobel Prize, that engineers are still reverse engineering today. And they're looking at you, not because it can see you clearly. It can't see your face. It can't read your expression. It lives in a world of UV light and flickering screens and a version of your voice that's been tuned specifically to reach it. And still, out of everything in the world it could look at, it keeps looking at you. That was never a mystery. That was always the answer. If you want to keep going deeper on what's actually happening inside your cat's mind, subscribe. Because every week we take one thing about your cat that you've always felt but never been able to explain, and we find out what's really going on. Leave a comment telling me whether your cat slow blinks at you, and if you tried it just now, I really want to know what happened. I'll see you in the next one.